Yes, 11th class. Good afternoon. So we were doing accountancy, chapter 5, accounting equation. And I have taken around 4 classes of this chapter till now. And I think you all are able to understand the concepts about the accounting equation. And I can see some students, new students have come to my class. So welcome all. And make sure that you people are attending the classes on very much regular basis. And till now we have done already chapter 2, that is the accounting term. So it's for all the newcomers that until you people are doing chapter 2 you will not be able to do chapter 5. So after today's class just go through with all the concepts which we did in chapter 2, only then you will be able to do this. Okay, so today first I'm going to repeat all the rules of the accounting equation, then we will start with the numerical today. Till now we have not done any numerical, we were just doing preparing ourselves for doing the numerical. So we have done all this, and here I am recapitulating all the rules of the accounting equation. The first rule was the capital. Whenever a business will be started, then there will be always a capital introduced in the business, so it will be affecting both side of the business, increase in asset and increase in capital. Increase means plus and decrease means minus. Okay, so second is the drawing. So whenever we are making drawings, then drawing means cash will be decreased, cash will be decreased. Yes, students, cash will decrease, as well as capital will decrease. As I told you earlier, cash and the capital both will be decreasing. Then next, fixed asset purchase. If we have purchased the fixed asset for cash, then definitely it will be decreasing the cash and increase in fixed asset. Yes, very good. You can give me answer side by side in chat. And if we have purchased fixed asset on credit, then fixed asset will again increase, but on the other hand side, liability will increase. Okay. So one more thing, the goods purchased, whenever we are purchasing goods on cash, then cash will decrease and stock will increase. Then when we are purchasing goods on credit, then liability will increase. On the other hand side, stock will increase. When we are making payment to creditors, then definitely cash will be decreased. Payments to creditor, cash will be decreased, as well as liability will be decreased on the other hand side. Then sale of goods. Sale of goods can be done on uh, three bases. When the goods are sold at cost price, then no profit, no loss. When goods are sold more than the cost price, then there will be profits. When goods are sold less than the cost price, then there will be losses. So in such type of transaction, three accounts will be affected. Profit or loss will be always added to capital, or loss will be deducted. Any expense deducted from capital, any income added in the capital. So similarly, when we are selling goods, goods means our stock is decreased by the cost price. Then if we have sold goods for cash, the cash will be increased by the sale price. Remember that stock will be decreased by the cost price and cash will increased by the sale price, and the difference of both two will be either profit or loss. If there are profits, then it will be added to capital, and if there are loss, then it will be definitely deducted from capital. Then the next, if we are getting cash from debtors, like we have sold goods on credit and in future we are getting cash from our debtors, then cash will increase and the debtors will decrease. Then BR drawn on debtors. Suppose BR is accepted by the debtors. So we will be having a new current asset, that will be the BR. BR means bills receivable. So debtors will be converted into bills receivable. What does it mean? Debtors will be decreased and the BR will be increased. So we will be writing one more asset in the form of bills receivable. Similarly, BP may be accepted by the creditors. So in that case, creditor will be decreased, and the BP will be increased. Okay. Then redemption of loan. Redemption of loan means repayment of loan. If we are repaying the loan, then cash will be decreased and loan will be decreased. Very good. And if we are making payment through check, then the bank balance will decrease and the other hand side loan will decrease. Okay, next is the purchase return. Purchase return means earlier we have sold the goods. Now just because of defective goods, we are going to return those goods. So definitely it will be decreasing our stock because purchases were added up in stock. So stock will be decreased. Only Khushi is giving me answer for all these transactions. No other student is giving me answer. So side by side, you can check your understanding by giving me answers. So purchase return will decrease the stock and also decrease the creditors. Why? Because you have purchased goods from the creditors. So the liability will be also decreased. Whenever there is any expense, so this is a complete chart of all the accounting equation transactions. These transactions you will be finding in the numericals. Okay. So any expense, salary, salary prepaid, salary paid includes prepaid salary, any expense, rent, any like stationery purchased, office expense paid, refreshment, then all these will be deducted from cash as well as from capital. Any income received, any cash received, then definitely it will be adding up in capital, like commission received and interest received, rent received. So it will be added in the capital, and on the other hand side, as it is received in the form of cash, so it will be added in cash. Next, depreciation, interest on capital, interest on drawing, we will talk about later on, not today. So depreciation is an expense for the business. So all the expenses are deducted from capital, and depreciation means reduction in the value of fixed assets. So fixed assets will be also decreased. Fixed assets will be also decreased. Okay. Okay, students. Till here, I think everything is clear. Now so now discount received. Discount received. Discount is an income for the businessman. So discount received, all the incomes will be added. So it will be added in the capital, as well as the creditors will be deducted with that discount amount. So similarly, the sales return will be, means our customers are returning goods back to us. So in that case, stock will be increased. Stock will be increased, as well as debtors will be decreased. Yes. Interest on loan, if we are making payment of interest on loan, then interest on loan is an expense. So cash will be decreased, and on the other hand side, as it is an expense, capital will be decreased. Okay. And if we are making payment of interest on loan by check, in that case, instead of cash balance, bank balance will decrease. So now we are ready to do the numericals. So this is first numerical, and in this manner, your exam questions will come. This question may be of 8 mark, 9 mark or 10 mark, depending on the number of transactions. Okay, students. So in this manner, you have to solve the question. This manner. Like assets, first of all, you have to draw this format. I am explaining the format. First column, you have to make it in accountancy. Every question we have to solve in a format. Okay, so this is the format for accounting equation. So in first column, you will be writing the serial number or the date. If in question dates are given, then you have to write here date instead of serial number. And if serial number dates are not given, then we have to write down the serial number. Then write the transaction. Transaction means this, whatever the transaction is given in the question, you have to write here as it is. Like first transaction in this question is Mohan started business with cash. So you will be writing in the same manner, or by reducing some words, or you can write it in your own words, but the meaning should not change. Like it is written in the question, Mohan started business with cash. So what you can write, started business with cash. Okay, or you can write here in your own words, but the meaning should be clear. Then you have to first column serial number, second column transaction, third column, which will be a larger one as compared to first and second column, bigger column, in which you will be writing the accounting equation. What accounting equation I told you? Assets are equal to capital plus liability, or liability plus capital. In both manner you can write assets equal to liabilities plus capital. Okay, so just by you have to just read the question, whole question at once, so that you can read that whatever the assets will be there in the question and whatever the liabilities will be there. And by doing so, you will be able to add up all the assets in the beginning of the question itself. Okay, like I am reading the question first. Mohan started business with cash. It means two accounts will be there. Which two accounts, students, fast? Which two accounts? Mohan started business with cash. Whenever we are going to start business, then which two accounts are there? Tell me fast, everyone. Yes, cash and capital. Yes, very good. So from first transaction, there will be two accounts, cash and capital. Okay. So now the second transaction, purchased goods on credit. Again, tell me which two accounts will be there. Purchased goods on credit. Yes, which two accounts? Yes, stock and creditors. So it has come in our mind that in asset, two assets are confirmed, cash and stock. So before starting the question, you have to just write all the assets at the top of the accounting equation as they are given in the answer. Cash plus stock. I have written this. Now read third, purchased furniture for cash. So which two accounts will be there in this transaction? Purchased furniture for cash. Which two accounts will be there? Students, tell me fast. Which two accounts? Yes, very good. Cash and furniture. Cash already we have. So one more account I will be adding at the top. You can see furniture plus furniture. So till now I have three assets. Cash, stock, furniture. Next, paid rent and salary. Rent and salary both are expense. So expense, which two accounts will be there in expense? First, which two accounts will be there in expense, students? Very good. I am waiting for your answer. Yes, cash and capital. So both account we are having cash as well as capital. So need not to write any new account. Now next, sold goods costing rupees 12,000 on credit. Whenever we are selling goods on credit, then which two accounts will be involved? Which two accounts will be involved? Stock and debtor. Yes, very good. Stock we have already have. You can see at the top of the accounting equation in the solution, assets equal to liability plus capital, and in assets till now I have written cash, stock, furniture, debtor. Four assets till now I have. Now paid to creditors. Which two accounts will be there? Paid to creditors. Which two accounts? Follow the steps of accounting equation. Yes, Darshika, Rishabh, Samay, Harshita, everyone is giving me correct answer. Yes, which two accounts? Yes, creditors and cash. Already we have both the accounts, so we will be not writing it again. Then received interest. Anything which we are receiving is an income for us, like interest, dividend, rent. So it is an income. So income will be added in capital as well as in cash. So two accounts will be there, cash and capital. Already we have those two accounts. Then withdrew cash for private use. Private use means, what do you mean by private use? Withdrew cash for private use. What do you mean by private use? That is drawing. Very good. Yes, students, very good. It's drawing. So which two accounts will be involved in drawing? Which two accounts will be involved in drawing? Yes, Samay, very good. Cash and capital. So we are having both the accounts. Now again, bought goods from Ram, 8,000, and paid rupees 5,000 immediately. It means credit and cash. Both type of transaction is this. So again, whenever we are purchasing goods, which two accounts will be there? Cash and creditors. So first of all, by reading like this, the question, we will be writing all the individual assets as well as the liabilities at the top of the question. Till here, am I clear, students? We have not started the question till now. We have just written the name of assets and name of liabilities. Yes, am I clear? So that I can go further part of the question. Yes, now we will be starting the question. So you are ready with your format? So what is the format of accounting equation? Serial number. Second is the transaction. In column transaction, you can write the question as it is. Okay. Yes, Ankita, just better to attend all the previous classes. Only then you will be able to identify the accounts, because already we have done all these things. Yes. So Mohan started business with cash. Mohan started business with cash. So in this transaction, first transaction, you will be writing your serial number. First transaction, started business with cash 40,000. Okay. So cash 40,000, two accounts are there. We know that cash and capital. So we will be writing 40,000 in cash and in capital 40,000. And in rest all the assets and liabilities, we will be writing what? What I told you in the previous class. Only two accounts will be affecting. Yes, very good, Darshika. Only two accounts will be affecting, cash and capital, and rest in all the assets or liabilities which are not affecting with a particular transaction, we have to write zero in that column. Okay, so we will be writing zero, means there is no effect on stock, no effect on furniture, no effect on debtors, no effect on creditors. Now second transaction, just write as it is, which is given in the question. Purchased goods on credit. Whenever we are purchasing goods on credit, then tell me which two accounts. Again, please tell me, purchased goods on credit. Which two accounts? Goods means part of stock. Goods means part of stock. And credit means creditor. Very good. So, is there any effect on cash in this transaction? Is there any effect on cash in this transaction? No. Yes, very good, Pulkit. There is no effect on cash. Why? Because the transaction is on credit. Transaction is on credit. So in cash, we have to write zero. And goods we have purchased for 15,000. So we have to write 15,000 under stock column. Wherever you have written stock, under that stock you have to write 15,000. It means now you are having a stock of rupees 15,000. Then there is no effect on furniture, write zero. No effect on debtors, again zero. And in creditors, now we have a liability of rupees 15,000. And in capital, there is no effect, again zero. So now the new thing is this, that after doing every transaction, you have to find a new equation, as we were doing in the previous class. So after doing two transactions, you have to find out the new equation. And then after three transaction, again new equation, then fourth transaction, again new equation, and you have to satisfy the equation whether both the sides are equal or not. If not, then you have to recheck your previous answer. It may be incorrect. That's why the both side of the equation are not equal. So in new equation, you can see that cash is equal to 40,000, 40 plus 0. Then stock is 15,000. Furniture, no furniture, 0. Then debtors, no debtors, 0. Creditors, 15,000, and capital is 40,000. So we can check both sides are equal. Yes, tell me. Are the both sides equal? Yes, 55,000. Yes, Rishabh Tomar, very quick answer. Very good. Darshika, yes, 55 side, 55,000. Both the sides we have 55,000. So both sides are equal. Okay, students. So next is the next transaction. Third, purchased furniture for cash. That is 10,000. Now tell me which two accounts will be affecting with this? Purchased furniture for cash. Purchased furniture for cash. Yes, cash and furniture. Two accounts will be affecting with this. Now, tell me which is increasing and which one is decreasing. Yes, cash is decreasing because we need to pay cash, and furniture is increasing. So we have to write the third transaction now. Third transaction, which is purchased furniture for cash. rupees 10,000. So from cash it will be deducted 10,000, and in furniture it will be added. So again you can see that the only two accounts are affected. In rest of the accounts you need to write 0. Okay, in rest of the accounts you need to write 0. So again we have done one transaction. So again there is a time to find out the new equation. So the new equation here is 30,000, sorry, 40,000 minus 10,000, which is equal to 30,000. It means now we are having a cash of rupees 30,000 only. Then 15,000 plus 0, no change. 10,000, now we are having furniture. So we need to write here 10,000. Then debtors, till now we don't have any debtors, 0. There was no effect on creditors, so we need to write the same amount. Then 40,000 again the capital. Now again you can check whether both the sides are equal. Please check it. Again the both sides are equal. Yes, again 55,000, 55,000. Very good. Next, fourth transaction. Now I have come to the fourth transaction, that is the paid rent 300 and salary 700. Paid rent 300 and salary 700. So what is the nature of these two, rent and salary? Asset, liability, capital, income, expense. What is this? Paid rent and salary. What is the nature of rent and salary? Asset, liability, capital, revenue, or income. Yes, expense. And what rule I told you about expenses? Deduct from cash and deduct from capital. Yes, very good, Khushi. Cash and capital. Deduct from cash and capital. So these two will be affecting two accounts, cash and capital. So need not to show them separately. We can show them by adding combinedly, and we can write in the transaction paid rent 300 and salary 700, and we will deduct 1,000 from cash, no effect on stock, furniture, debtor, creditor, and 1,000 from capital. 1,000 from capital. Okay, so now again the new equation. Time to find out new equation. 30,000 minus 1, 29,000. Then 15,000 same, 10,000 same, and 15,000 same, and 40 minus 1,000, which is equal to 39,000. So now check again whether both the sides are equal. Yes, 54,000. Both the sides are equal. It's not Khushi, how it can be 45,000? Check your calculation again, please. How it can be 45,000? Check your calculations again. It's 54,000 both sides. Yes, 54,000 both sides. Now come to the fifth transaction. Sold goods costing rupees 12,000 on credit. Sold goods costing rupees 12,000 on credit. And these goods cost was 12,000, but now at what price we have sold them? Tell me. Please refer to the question. And these goods we have sold, the cost of the goods was 12,000 and we have sold it for 15,000. Very good. So there is profit or loss? So there is profit or loss, students. And what is the amount of profit? What is the amount of profit? Yes, everyone is giving me correct answer. Yes. I have seen only 10, 12 students used to give answer. Others sit quietly. Why, students? You need not to solve the question or give the answers. It's for you. If you are not giving me answers simultaneously, then you may be unable to understand the concept. So just use your mind and try to solve the question side by side. Yes. So whenever we are selling goods in 15,000, cost of which was 12,000, then definitely we are having a profit of 3,000. So this is the example of the transaction in which three accounts are affecting. In which three accounts are affecting. Okay, tell me the name of three accounts. Which three? Yes, stock. No. We have sold goods. So there cannot be the concept of creditors. Whenever we are buying goods, then there is a concept of creditors. Here we have sold goods. Yes, goods. We have sold goods. It means debtor, stock. Yes, Piyush. Very correct answer. Debtor, stock, and capital. three accounts are there: debtors, stock, and capital. So stock is in decreased. There is no involvement of cash, students. Why? Because in the transaction it is clearly mentioned that the transaction is on credit. Whenever the transaction is on credit, then there will be no involvement of cash. So you are not going to consider cash in this transaction. So the cost of the goods was 12,000. So you can see cost of the goods. Come to transaction serial number 5. I am at 5 number. There is no effect on cash. So you are going to write 0 under cash. Stock. From stock you will be deducting only the cost price. So stock you are having at the cost of 12,000. So 12,000 will be deducted. Again, there is no effect on furniture. So furniture will be, whenever we are talking about goods, then definitely there will be impact on stock. Furniture is asset here, so it will be not affecting. Then debtors, till now we were having 0 debtors. Now we have to write debtors of rupees 15,000, and 3,000 is our profit, and profit will be added to the capital. Okay, profit will be added to capital. Now just check the new equation and try to satisfy the equation whether both the sides are equal or not. Please tell me both sides are equal or not. So cash 29,000, stock now we are having only 3,000, furniture 10,000, debtors 15,000, creditors again 15,000, no change, and the capital is 42,000. Capital is 42,000. So tell me whether both the sides are equal, students. Yes, it's 57,000. So this is the manner in which you are going to solve the question. Now come to the sixth transaction, paid to creditors. Earlier you were having the creditors of 15,000. Now you have made them a payment of rupees 8,500. So which two accounts will be affecting with this transaction? Yes, yes. Very good, Harshita, Aryan, Darshika. Yes, Khushi. Which two accounts will be affecting? Yes, very good. Cash and creditors. So what will be the effect? Which will increase? Which will decrease? Both will increase or both will decrease? You are making payments to creditors. So what will be the effect? Both will decrease. Very good. So when you are going to make payment to creditors, both will decrease. So 8,500 will be deducted from cash. No effect on stock, furniture, debtor. No effect. And on the other hand side, creditors will be deducted by 8,500. So 8,500 will be deducted from both sides, cash as well as creditors. In capital, no effect will be there. Okay, students. So now again find out the new equation and check whether it is correct or not, whether both sides are equal or not. Please check it. Yes, 29,000 minus 8,500, which is equal to 20,500, plus 3,000 plus 10,000 plus 15,000 is equal to 15,000 minus 8,500, which is equal to 6,500, and 40,000. No effect. 42,000. No effect. Okay. So now I'm going to the next seventh transaction, received interest. So tell me which two accounts will be affecting with this transaction. Yes, received interest. Which two accounts are going to be affected with this transaction? Yes, cash and capital. Yes, very good, Vaishali. Cash and capital. Why capital? Could you please explain me why capital? Yes, could anyone please explain me why capital? You have given me answer cash and capital. Why capital? You have received the cash. That's why you will be adding in cash. Yes, yes. Very good, Rishabh, Samir. Because interest is your income. And whenever there is any income or expense, it will be affecting capital. Very good understanding, students. So we will be adding in cash. Come to the seventh transaction, which is interest received. Cash 1,500, 0, stock 0, furniture 0, debtor 0, creditor 0, and in capital 1,500. Now again you have to make the new equation, 20,500 plus 1,500, which is equal to 22,000, 3,000, 10,000, 15,000, then 6,500 plus 43,500. Now what will be the new equation? Yes, Interest received is an income, and whenever we are having any income or expense, so they will be treated through capital, because with expenses capital will be decreased, and with income capital will be increased. So all the incomes and profits are added in the capital, this is the rule, and all the losses and expenses are deducted from capital. Okay, Aryan? Yes. Next is the withdrew cash for private use, 4,000. Now you have withdrawn cash. Okay, both sides are equal, which is the 50,000. Very good. Now the second last transaction, withdrew cash for private use, 4,000. So which two accounts will be affecting? Cash and capital. Very good. Cash and capital. Yes. Both are increased, decreased, or one is increasing, one is decreasing. Please tell me. Both are increased, decreased. Yes, both are decreased. Decrease means 4,000 will be deducted from both, from cash as well as from capital, and rest of the accounts will remain unchanged. Okay. So 22,000 minus 4,000, which is equal to 18,000. Stock will remain unaffected. Again 3,000. Furniture 10,000. Debtors 15,000. Creditors 6,500 plus capital. Capital is 39,500. Okay, students, 39,500. So the last transaction, now you are going to tell me this transaction. Bought goods from Ram for rupees 8,000 and paid rupees 5,000 immediately. Which two accounts or three accounts are will be affecting with this transaction? Now you have purchased goods. Remember that whenever you are purchasing goods on credit, then creditors will be there. Whenever you are selling goods on credit, then debtors will be there. So you have to be clear in these two words, otherwise you may do wrong question, wrong answer. Okay. So whenever you are going to purchase goods on credit, creditors will be there. Whenever you are going to sell goods on credit, then there will be debtors. Here you have purchased goods. The transaction is not complete cash transaction or complete credit transaction. So it is partial cash and partial credit. So three accounts will be affected. Yes, Rishabh Tomar, Darshika, Pulkit, many students, Samay, Darshika, Harshita, many students have given me correct answer. Very good understanding, students. So three accounts will be affected here: cash, debtors, or creditors. Yes, creditors. Cash, creditors, and stock. You have purchased goods of rupees 8,000. Okay. So goods are coming of rupees 8,000. In stock, you are going to add 8,000. And what amount you paid immediately? That is the 5,000. So cash will be decreased by 5,000. Very good, students. Now, what about the rest amount? You have purchased goods 8,000. Out of that 8,000, you have paid only 5,000. So the rest 3,000 will be creditors. Very good. 3,000 will be creditors. So that will be added in creditors. 6,500 creditors we were earlier having. Now 3,000 more. So now what we can do, the last step, that is the accounting equation. So 18,000 minus 5,000, which is equal to 13,000. 3 plus 8. Now we are having stock of rupees 11,000. Now furniture, same value, 10,000. Debtors, no change, 15,000. Then creditors, now we are having 9,500 plus capital 39,500. Please check whether the accounting equation is satisfied or not. Yes, Tanisha, very good answer. Quick answer, Samay. Yes, it's 49,000 both sides. So students, this is the accounting equation question, and in exam you will be having in same manner. Transactions will be given, maybe 7, 8, 9, 10 number of transaction. How many of the number of transaction, you will be having the number of marks. You will be like, suppose you are having 8 transactions, so the question will be of 8 markers. So 1 mark for each and every transaction. Okay, students. So, but you have to do in complete format. If you are not following format, then your answer may be wrong, or you may not be getting even a single mark. So in accountancy, formats are very much required. Each and everything, whatever you are doing, you have to do in format only. So am I clear with this question? Yes, students, please tell me, am I clear? Okay. So I think till here